Ad Analysis Project by Trevor Nemeth and Julia Tillman.
The general topic is sex drive between genders. The title Is there a gender difference in strength of sex drive? Theoretical views, conceptual distinctions, and a review of relevant evidence. Also on the slide are the authors and the reference.
The Introduction and the Hypothesis. The Introduction. This article deals with different results of studies done to show the difference in the strengths of sex drives between males and females. The hypothesis states that the sex drive in men is higher than in women since men have more frequent and more intense sexual desires. Thus, they must have a higher sex drive.
The method states that participants were given questionnaires to answer about how satisfied they were with their sex life. They found that husbands continued to prefer intercourse more frequently than wives. In fact, wives consistently reported that they were quite satisfied with the amount of sex they had in their marriages, but men on average wished for about 50% increase. Another study also found that likewise, a majority of husbands 60%, but only a minority of wives, 32%, said they would prefer to have sex more often. Those findings refer to mature couples who are well into long-term relationships.
The results. The major findings of the article were that men's sex drive generally tends to be higher than females. This is due to a number of reasons, including testosterone, cultural influences, and biological processes, all have been implicated as determining sex drive.
Authors concluded that through many studies and cases, the average male tends to have a higher sex drive than the average female. They also found that men tend to desire or want sex more often than that of their female counterpart. Regardless of whether the gender influence in sex drive is universal or is a product of modern Western culture, it is important for understanding close relationships and sexual behavior today.
This ad we picked shows a guy shirtless with multiple girls grabbing at him and groping him seductively, while he stands smiling holding a bottle of Axe shampoo. Quoted on the advertisement is, "Lose the flakes and get the girls." The targeted audience for this is typically the adolescent male or teenager. We decided to use an advertisement from the men's body wash body spray company Axe. Axe tends to be a lot more edgy than other companies in how they present and entice their targeted audience. Without a doubt, sex culture is the most commonly used tactic found in Axe advertisement, and quite frankly in most advertisements seen nowadays. Their advertisements tend to have a normal looking guy who suddenly becomes some kind of god that attracts all women as soon as he uses their products. This ad is appropriate for the topic we chose because it's targeted at males who are in their teens, which also happens to be in range which sex drive is the highest. Had the advertisement been only this, it wouldn't be near as successful in enticing buyers, as it doesn't show the guy with the girls all over him, and it doesn't provide a real-life description of what will happen when you use Axe.
For my ad, I chose a Calvin Klein jeans ad that includes Justin Bieber and a shirtless female model. The above ad displays a young-aged male seducing a young-aged shirtless female, both seen wearing jeans. The male is caressing the female, which shows dominance. The target audience for this advertisement is the adolescent male, whom by the illustration can themselves get a girl like this one if they wear this brand of jeans. We chose to use this advertisement by Calvin Klein because it is a good representation of the topic of sex drive in males. Calvin Klein is known for sexually explicit advertisements, which is thought-provoking to the targeted audience of adolescent males. This picture is in black and white. The dark colors intensify the lust portrayed. The male is seen as dominant. He is grabbing the shirtless female, while the female looks very vulnerable and submissive. The woman above is portrayed as sexually desirable, so the female consumers of this product might buy the jeans to feel as though they can look like that too, and the male consumers might buy this product to believe they could seduce girls as pictured. If the ad had only been the male wearing the jeans, it would not be as appealing to the target audience. However, it might be more appealing to the female audience due to it being less sexually discriminating.
We concluded that the sex appeal in advertising correlates more to males versus females based on their own sexual desires and drives.